Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
Let's go.
J.F.K. Russian.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. J.F.K. Russian.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. But never mistake that Hank Brennan made a lot of money off this Oxycontin thing back in the day, because the Oxycontin dealers could afford a lawyer $500 an hour. Explain what a public defender is.
And they do absolutely shit for you.
Shit.
Nothing.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely nothing. At the end of the day, this is a murder trial. She's fighting for her life. She's looking at 20 years, and she's got a judge who's a public defender that knows the ins and outs, and for some reason she took this revenge mindset against Karen. I don't know why, but she's taking all her frustrations out on Karen. And she shouldn't, because if anybody knows how the system is, it's Beverly Cannoni, and I don't get it. Damn, Sando, you see what the fuck they're doing to your boy? You see what they're doing? Damn, Sando, man. Everybody make noise for Sando filming it all tonight. Sando film. Breathe, Karen, breathe. Breathe, Karen, breathe. Yeah, breathe, Karen, breathe. Yeah, breathe, Karen, breathe. Breathe, Karen, breathe. Breathe, Karen, breathe. Breathe, Karen, breathe.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
Lost in a dream, don't know which way to go. If you were all that you seem, then baby I'm moving way too slow. I've been a fool before, wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. How about some information, please? Oh, straight up now tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now tell me, is it gonna be you and me forever?
I might have to come back in.
Are you just having fun? Lost in a dream.
You know, this guy right here, he's got a lot of nerve, right? He says he doesn't know what we're talking about. That's some wild shit, right? I don't believe the hype. No.
Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype. Don't
believe that.
Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype.
You good now?
Yep.
I go by the name of J.F.K, yo.
And I go by Kevy Kev.
We here for another flight. Got 141 people on board tonight. Put up your trays. Sit back. Put your seatbelts on. We're number 3 on the runway. We're about to take you up to 39,000 feet. Message from the flight deck. Boston Police Commissioner said the Karen Reed case is over. I don't know about that, buddy.
Oh, fuck.
Far from that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just watching right now, they ran up to the Boston Police Commissioner, and this is reminded me of the same situation they did with a cat named Sean Ellis. Sean Ellis was the guy who trial 4. Was it trial 4 or trial 3? What was the name of it on Netflix? Was it trial 4?
Trial 4.
Trial 4 on Netflix. Sean Ellis. Everybody loved Life. It's special. Ellis. My song I did about the situation. You could check that out on Spotify. It's actually a storytelling song about that situation with Detective Mulligan. But when that went down, they made a statement. The police commissioner made a statement. And in that statement, he said that Sean Ellis was still the guy who did it. Now, this police commissioner in 2025 didn't say that, but he did go on to say this. Did you see it yet?
Nah.
Kevy Kev?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. This is the police commissioner of Boston Police. John O'Keefe was a Boston police officer, right? Kev?
No, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him.
No, I'm saying John O'Keefe was a Boston police officer, right?
Yeah, he was a Boston cop, man.
Watch this guy's reaction.
Your name came up during the recent Karen Reed trial. You got a visit from Officer Kelly Dever. The defense implied that you influenced your testimony. Do you want to respond to that?
I have nothing to do with Karen Reed. Matter of fact, I didn't even know this person was associated with the Karen Reed case. You know, I have an organization, Philip, with over 3,000 people, and we support all our folks. And the reality is that...
You know, notice how he said, I have an organization of 3,000 folks, and we support all our officers and whatever endeavors, no pun intended, that they're going through. And notice that Alan Jackson, too, right? Keep in mind, Alan Jackson, when he asked her the questions, he asked her, did anybody ever go see this guy? Remember he asked her that? Does anybody else go see the commissioner? Is this something that happens all the time? Notice he cleaned that up, but he had no idea what's going on. And John O'Keefe's a Boston police officer. You would think you would know what was going on. You're the commissioner of the Boston Police. It's only the biggest case going, and you're the Boston Police Commissioner, and there's a Boston police officer, and that's your reaction. Wild reaction.
Just worried about his paycheck.
You know, I get information passed on whether people are high or low, and I encourage everyone, right? And if you want to work here and you belong here, then we're going to encourage you. I have no idea what they're talking about with Karen Reed. It had nothing to do with Karen Reed. No discussion.
Bro, why are you so worried about Karen Reed? Like, you name dropped her name like 5 times. I got nothing to do with Karen Reed. Karen Reed. God damn, what are you so scared about, buddy?
Did you tell Officer Dever to do the right thing?
I didn't know she was even associated with that case.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
My man said, I don't even know that she was even associated with that case.
Like, how could you not?
Facts. How crazy is that?
That's like, that like makes me think like, you know, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck about that shit. You know? And you know what happens in a situation like this, JFK? Like if he was to retire or he's gonna resign or, you know, he's worried about, you know, the last 30 years of his career and how he's gonna survive afterwards. The next person that's gonna come up, you know, they might close the book on the shit. It's his job under his watch to make good on that. And that's his answer.
He keeps going, too. His name's Collins, right? That's his name, chat? Collins? Commissioner Collins?
So, you know, I don't know. I was struck, like, what do I have to do with the Karen Reed race? I've never.
What did I have to do with the Karen Reed case, dude? Oh my God! You got everything to do with it. What do you got to do with the Karen Reed case? What do you mean, buddy? John O'Keefe was a Boston police officer. You're the fucking commissioner of the Boston Police, and a Boston police officer is technically a witness / suspect in this case. What do you got to do with it? Everything, my man. You ain't got nothing to say about John O'Keefe. You didn't even take the time to say anything about John O'Keefe in that moment.
Right.
All you're worrying about is how you're associated with it and how you're not associated with it. That's the only thing you're worried about. Why are you so nervous? Why are you so nervous, buddy?
I didn't know she was even associated with that case. So, you know, I don't know. I was struck, like, what do I have to do with the Karen Reed race? I've never said those words together. And so the fact is, you know, it's much.
God, he even went to the. Bro. He even went to the extent saying he never even said them words together. Right. Karen Reed. Have you ever said these words together? Scumbag? Fuckface? Have you ever said that? How about this? I got 2 words for you. John O'Keefe. Have you ever said them words? Have you ever said them words, buddy?
You probably don't even know his badge number, bro.
Have you ever said that, scumbag? The fuck out of here. Damn, Beantown. Fuck.
From Officer Kelly Dever, the defense implied that you influenced her testimony. Do you want to respond? From Officer Kelly Dever, the defense implied that you influenced her testimony. Do you want to respond to that?
I have nothing to do with I have nothing to do with Karen Reed. Matter of fact, I didn't even know this person was associated with.
He said Karen Reed once right there. Right?
Yeah, you know why too. You got to remember something. They asked her who else was up there in the room. You don't go up to the commissioner's office without some kind of representation with your union. You know, it's because he was told better have a talk with her and tell her to stand down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's count how many times he said Karen Reed how scared he was.
To do about nothing. We have employees here that
Let's count.
Develop and encourage and do things, and I do that for tons of our employees.
Do you feel that you were inappropriately drawn into this? As
Thank
some sort of boogeyman?
That case is over, and
no, that case is not over, buddy.
Your name came up during the recent Karen Reed trial. You got a visit from Officer Kelly Dever. The defense implied that you influenced her testimony. Do you want to respond to that?
I have nothing to do with. I have nothing to do with Karen Reed. Matter of fact,
one time.
I didn't even know this person was associated with a Karen Reed case.
2 times.
You know, I have an organization full of over 3,000 people, and we support all our folks. And the reality is that, you know, I get information passed on whether people are high or low, and I encourage everyone, right? And if you're going to work here and you belong here, then we're going to encourage you. I have no idea what they're talking about with Karen Reed. We have nothing
3 times.
to do with Karen Reed.
4 times.
No discussion about
Did you
Karen.
tell Officer
That was 5 times. He was about to say it.
Dever to do the right thing?
I didn't know she was even associated with that case. So, you know, I don't know. I was struck like, what do I have to do with the Karen Reed race?
6 times.
I never had said those words together. And so the fact is, you know, it's much to do about nothing. We have employees here that we have to develop and encourage and do things, and I do that for tons of our employees.
Do you feel that you were inappropriately drawn into this? As some sort of boogeyman?
That case is over, and you know, we've got a lot of other stuff to talk about. I have nothing to do with Karen Reed.
7 times.
In the state of Michigan.
I was in the state of Michigan. Well, yo, buddy, I hate to break the news to you, bro. I hate to break the news to you. You're not in the state of Michigan no more.
That's right.
You said Karen Reed's name 7 times, my dude. Shaking. But you know one name you didn't say? And you're the Boston Police Commissioner? You want to do the honors? Kevy Kev, what name didn't he say?
Officer John O'Keefe.
God damn. Like, all due respect to Karen, respect to you, Karen. You know, we got nothing but love for you. But we all know that you got found not guilty, right? Life goes on. But in that moment, that was the moment for the commissioner of the Boston Police to make a statement about Officer John O'Keefe and speak to him. And instead, he name-dropped your name 7 times, how he has no association whatsoever to the Karen Reed case. What the fuck is going on? Damn, Beantown. What is going on, Beantown? Damn.
And, you know, not for nothing, but look at Deva. Deva looks like a complete fucking liar. On top of all the bullshit we didn't believe from her in the beginning. He's saying he didn't even know she had anything to do with that case. Motherfucker, she came. She fucking came from a Canton fucking police station. Got transferred.
What's going on? Seriously. The more and more this goes on, you said last night it's getting crazier. The more and more it goes on, what are we so afraid about? Little 120-pound, 15-pound Karen Reed. Like seriously, and I mean that disclaimer. Throw your disclaimers up. Disclaimer. Let me see the Mexes. And I mean that with all due respect to Karen. Okay, Karen got found not guilty. The Boston police had their chance to talk about John O'Keefe and salute him. And instead, they name dropped Karen Reed's name 7 times. And on top of that, he said he had no idea, but yet he knows this woman came in from Canton. And this case is the biggest case coming out of Norfolk County, coming out of the world, coming from the world. And he had no idea. I was in Michigan. What's that got to do with it? Anybody in my chat right now in Michigan, from Michigan?
How do you think John O'Keefe's family feels about that? They never even mentioned his fucking name.
7 times he mentioned Karen Reed. Nervous. You don't mention someone's name 7 times. 7 times. If you had any level of respect or integrity, Mr. Collins, that's his name, right?
Fucking unbelievable.
I think his name's Collins, right? Commissioner Collins. Oh, Cox. Excuse me, Cox. Oh, god damn. Commissioner Cox. God damn, dude. Disclaimer. I need to see the Mex's commissioner. What? Who? Did someone say Cox? Whoa. God damn, son. Oh, man. God damn. It gets no better than that.
It's fucking sad.
Debbie J, Insanity, let's go. We got Verena, super sticker for the $5. We got Debbie J with $50, and we got Salty Sally. There is a goal in the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's a goal in the chat. Let's try to make that goal happen. Check out Kev781 on the Cash App, J.F.K Show Off on the Venmo on the Cash App. That goal is up and running. Let's get it going. Want to hear from you. Let's get this conversation moving. We're currently at 25,000 feet. We're going to take you up to the cruising altitude and make it a smooth ride. Let's get it going. Man, 7 times, Kev.
7. Not once did they mention John O'Keefe. Not once did they say this case is not over. One of our fellow Boston police officers was murdered on that lawn, and we intend to investigate until we find out what happened. None of that bullshit was said.
None of it. And why wouldn't he say it? You were in Michigan. So what, like, and that's another thing. It's like, where did I hear this? I heard it from, I forgot where I heard it. I heard it somewhere. But the point is, the state police. I heard the state trooper was talking about Proctor. Okay. He was talking about Proctor, the main state trooper there. What's he, a corporal or something? Yeah. And he said, listen, we're trying to make the state police better. And we're investigating people. We're getting down to the bottom of things. And basically, we're looking into things. And we're looking into that investigation. That's what he said. Now, I don't know if he just said that because that was lip service, but you never know. Stadies look at this whole situation like, damn, maybe we need to turn this around. He's a new state trooper, corporal, whatever he is, they call him. He came in from Jersey. He might turn around and do something and say, hey, fuck it. A new DA. This is not going to go away. You know what I mean? So Morrissey, he's in office, but if a new DA comes in office, time will tell. Murder never goes away. And, someone might become a hero and get down to the bottom of this case, or at least investigate and throw him in a room, right? But the point the point is I'm trying to make is this is Suffolk County. So for the people out there that don't know, Norfolk County and Suffolk County, they kiss each other through different parts, like Dedham and West Roxbury. West Roxbury, Suffolk County, Dedham is Norfolk County, which is very close to each other. West Roxbury is a part of Boston, Massachusetts. And that commissioner, that's where he's the main policeman, right? The commissioner, the big dog, so to speak. But the point is, there's really no connection for him not to say one of our own Boston police, not Dedham police, not Canton police, state police, one of our own, John O'Keefe, was found dead. And we heard what happened at the trial. We have our own, could have just said something as easy as that. We have our own opinions. I just want to take the time to say to Peggy O'Keefe and to the family, rest in peace, John O'Keefe. I wasn't here for that. I was in Michigan, but it's horrible what happened to him. Instead, he name dropped Karen Reed's name 7 times. And the funny thing about it is, what did we hear the whole time, Kev? We heard that it's us, the free Karen Readers, that make this all about Karen Reed. Okay, Karen's free now. You had a chance to make this all about John O'Keefe. You didn't say a word about him. You just name dropped Karen 7 times on how you weren't connected to that case, as if there's just a chain of command that you cannot violate.
Yeah, like as if one of your, seasoned officers, lost his life during some kind of action that happened that night, and it's just, they're all trying to distance themselves from the reality and taking any kind of accountability, dude. I did hear that state police guy, that new guy that came in. He said, that they're gonna start reshaping shit. They're gonna start cleaning some stuff up. They're gonna start double checking all their programs, go into some more training. I heard it, and I feel like, hey, you know what I mean? All the power to them. They need to straighten that shit out. But the reason why they're all fucked up is that we got commissioners like that won't take accountability. It's the truth, man. Dude's got to, hey, if he's on his way out, fucking bye-bye. We'll get somebody else in there that's going to fucking, put their foot down. You know what I mean? Put that badge on and be happy about it,
But is he on his way out, though? Is that what people are
probably
saying?
He's probably on his way out, dude, because everybody that's been tainted with this case, anybody that's had their name mentioned throughout that court proceeding, you're going to see, I think, they're going to start stepping down. They're going to start retiring. Someone else is going to beat him in a fucking, political race. It's going to be, you'll see it, that kind of like, they're all getting chopped down by the legs on their own. That's why everything's fucked up, dude. We got people like this running the shit.
I want to take you back. I want to take you back 11 years. This was another police commissioner, another Boston DA. This is the Sean Ellis case. This is how these people move in Boston. This is the underbelly of Massachusetts you're talking about. Keep in mind, we got Whitey Bulger. We got Charles Stewart. We got Karen Reed. And we got the Sean Ellis case. And it goes on. It goes on. But let's listen what they said about Sean Ellis after they had mistrial after mistrial after mistrial.
For John Mulligan's family, this case isn't an abstract piece of history. It's been with them all along. But as longtime prosecutors and police detectives, it stayed with us too, and we appreciate its gravity. About 2 weeks after Sean Ellis was convicted at the conclusion of the third trial, we lost a colleague of ours, Paul McLaughlin, on September 25th, 1995. And for many, many years, through this past September 25th of 2018, we've attended a church service memorializing Paul McLaughlin so that his memory will endure with us. And I can tell you this personally, I've never attended one of those memorial masses for Paul McLaughlin without thinking of the murder of John Mulligan. This was, as I said, an incredibly difficult decision. But for the group of us involved and me directly responsible for this decision, I feel very strongly that we're uniquely qualified to make it, based only on the facts, the circumstances, and the law. Thank you. Turn it over to Commissioner Gross.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Mayor Walsh.
Now keep in mind, this is a police commissioner of Boston 11 years ago. And this is what he had to say after he flipped this case, after the cops were dirty, just like Proctor, just like Bukaki, just like every last one of them, Higgins. They killed the cop. The police killed the cop. Police killed one of their own, put it on a black man. They flipped the case, opened the case wide open. And even when they couldn't try him 3 times, on the 4th trial, they finally said, we're not going to try it again. They didn't exonerate him, just like Karen Reed. They didn't exonerate him at this moment. They didn't. And this is what the prosecutor and this gentleman you see right here, the police commissioner at the time, this is what he had to say.
Myself and the men and women of the Boston Police Department, we would like to first reach out to the detective's family. As you stated, he's a father, he's a brother, and a son. It was with heavy heart that we had the discussions with the family for this final.
Well, at least he said something about Mulligan's family. God damn.
Right.
You know, at least he started it right. He introed it right, Kev?
Yeah. I mean, that's just, that's in some form, that's some respect to that family,
Final outcome. As you heard the district attorney state, Sean Ellis is culpable.
He's culpable. He's saying he still did it.
But it's been over 25 years, and this new case would be based on the strength of the evidence. With that being said, I wholeheartedly agree with the district attorney. And Mr. Ellis has every constitutional right to ask for a new trial. But again, what does the evidence look like after 25 years? The witnesses and the strength. And the decision was based upon that, not innocence at all.
Not innocence at all. And you know what? This is the same type of attitude they're going to have on Karen. He's saying the strength of the evidence, but he forgot to tell everybody. People are not familiar with that case. I'll just give you a quick little update. The police were dirty. And once they found out how dirty the cops were, that's how it goes. Cops are dirty. Every case gets reopened and looked at. And now whatever they say don't mean shit. Proctor, good looking out. Everybody up in Shirley Max that you locked up, they're coming home.
Yeah. They're all filling out paperwork.
Everybody in Dedham, House of Correction, Proctor, it's tough. I know. They're coming home. Good looking out. And these are the reasons why maybe Big Bad Brian A. They already fucked up so much. Think about everybody that would come home on Big Bad Brian A.'s watch, or Higgins's watch, or Bukaki's watch, all the way down the line. What this would open up, and that's what. And so they're mirroring it to the Sean Ellis case. They don't want to happen what happened to Sean Ellis, right? They don't want that. You see how they had to surrender? They had to do the thing. They had to give it up. but they still didn't want to give it up. They still didn't say, hey, you know, the police were dirty. They did a fucked up investigation. And, you know, through our fuckery, this is what happened. But no, he had to basically stand on what he had to stand on, his pig shit. You know, what pigs do. That's what he is. He's a pig. And I mean that, not every police officer, but this gentleman right here, he's a pig. Because he believes that it doesn't matter how dirty these police were. No way they would set up a black man to kill a cop. And, you know, and it didn't happen that way. No, we had it right. It's just the evidence over time, making excuses. That's pig mentality. And it's no different than what you see with the new commissioner, Cox. Disclaimer. Pause if necessary. 7 times he name drops Karen Reed's name, but never once says, well, before I go any further, I just want to say rest in peace, John O'Keefe. They're too worried about their look, how they look. And this is what it comes down to. This is what we're looking at. This is the police. These are the people some people worship. You see a police officer. Some people want to wave to him. Look at the cop. Let's wave to the cop. Look at the way this cop acted towards his own colleague. John O'Keefe was in the snow, freezing, dying. They left him in the snow. They hit him with a haymaker. He fell down, blasted his head. They threw him in the snow.
Dude,
cop, 2 cops threw another cop in the snow, and the police commissioner don't say anything about it. Didn't even mention his name. All he had to say was, I got nothing to do with the Karen Reed case. Well, you said her name 7 fucking times. It seems to me you know everything about this case. Your name dropped her name 7 times, shaking. Nervous Nelly. God damn.
I never put those two names together. You did fucking 7 times that night. You know, it's crazy, but fucking Brian Higgins, all right? I mean, Brian Higgins and Brian Albert, regardless of what happened, they're fucking mandate reporters, all right? You know, we were discussing this the other day. If there was a doctor, okay, on a fucking New York City fucking train or a Boston, let's say a Boston bus going into work, and there's some fucking dude choking on something, and someone's over there fucking beating on his chest and shit, not giving him the Heimlich the right way, but there's a doctor sitting there with their legs crossed, going through their schedule. And this fucking dude dies. And everybody in the motherfucker got their camera out. Everybody standing on the train with their camera and shit. Oh shit, this dude's choking. They ain't helping him. But someone got their camera the fuck out. And they see that doctor sitting in the train. That motherfucker's a mandate reporter. He should have acted. He's a first responder. His whole shit would get fucking exploited. He'd lose his fucking job. He'd be fucked. He'd be a fucking foot doctor at fucking Walmart.
God damn! Hey, Cox! Hey, Cox, you said Karen Reed name 7 times, Cox.
On the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mom.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Question mark, an exclamation point. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, an exclamation point with some question marks, question mark with a couple of exclamation points, and then some type of emoji.
We're working too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
James Jackson, where you at, buddy?
Where you at, bro?
We're waiting on you to jump on the connecting flight, man. The whole chat's waiting. 307.7. We're currently at cruising speed of 500 miles per hour, and we're at the altitude of 35,000 feet tonight. Staying away from the rough air.
Bullshit.
I'll tell you this. Hank Brennan got paid $566,000. Damn, Hank. Hank, I ain't gonna lie, brother. Get your money. God damn, Hank.
God damn.
You cashed out. $566,000. The Norfolk County District Attorney's Office paid Hank Brennan over $500,000 to lead the Commonwealth prosecution of the Karen Reed retrial. On Thursday, Boston 25. They obtained the invoices. The response to a public record request to show exactly how much Hank B. Beetlejuice. Hey, Hank Brennan, did Gary Zarola hit you up this week? Did he hit you on the Corey links? Did you send him a 50 bag for canteen? Because Lord knows you got a lot of money now, buddy. Did you buy a new fucking harmonica, Hank? On Thursday, Boston 25 obtained invoices. Brennan was paid a total of $566,000.
That fucking blows my mind, man.
Over 2,264 billable. Is that even a word? Billable hours beginning in mid-September of 2024 until the trial ended on June 18, 2025. Oh, you know what happened on June 18, 2025? Did you guys know? Did you guys know?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
Karen Reed got found not guilty.
Static selector.
Motherfuckers. $566,000. Would you believe it? What would you do with $566,000? Is that a good supplement to the income?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit. I'd feel kind of guilty taking it from all my taxpayers.
He's a gambling man. He gives 2 fucks, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
He cashed out.
Exactly.
Debbie J coming through. Thank you, Debbie J. By the way, everybody, be a Debbie J. The goal is open. Hit them goals up. $600K for Hanky. That's insane. Was he worth it? No, he's not worth it because look at the commission. Go ahead, brother.
400,000 to Aperture. Let's not forget about that.
That didn't come out of his paycheck.
Nah, but he's the one that hired them. That Commonwealth got juiced. Hank played his fucking. He played his fucking tune.
I jumped in late. Who's Cox? Goddamn, making changes. You got away with words, buddy. Disclaimer. You know, we seen what happened to Gary Coleman. I did a show last night about Gary Coleman's wife. Got 373 people up in here. And Gary Coleman's wife, you know, she's
not aging well.
She did a lie detector test 15 years later on Gary's death. And the parallel to it is it didn't age well. It came through with deceit. It's only a matter of time, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. That subject is going to come up for all parties involved in the Karen Reed case, especially everybody wants to go Hollywood. Check me out. Alan Jackson, Karen Reed, Hollywood. Turtleboy, Hollywood. Keep in mind, Higgins, they're knocking on his door. He's got a story too. Higgins is a hero. He's a decorated dude. In his mind, they could put 6 episodes, 5 episodes about Higgins up on any Netflix, any Amazon, or wherever you get your content. And as much as we would hate it, we would watch it. And the people, the companies, Hollywood knows this. So never mind Higgins, our boy, Kevin from South Boston. Hit me up. I told you last night. I got Maki on FaceTime. Anytime. You want to sign your rights up? Want to set you up, Higgins? Can we take a ride in the Jeep? Can I drive, Higgins? Oh, come on, Higgins. Let me drive the Jeep.
God damn.
And but keep in mind the family. Tristan. You know, Tristan was running around Nashville, ooh, hollering at Portnoy. He wanted that brick watch. So he's running around making his moves. So the family, you talked about it before, right? You said they had a wedding or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, had a couple two complimentary house drinks too on that menu.
So the point is, the Alberts, Higgins, as much as we can't stand them and we know how wrong they are, don't think for 1 minute the entertainment companies, Hollywood, are not hitting them up for the book deals and trying to give them some type of money for them to speak. Now, I don't know how you could possibly make these people look good. I don't get it. But that's the point I'm trying to make with the Gary Coleman case. The parallel from that case to this case. How can you make them look good? How silly their story is. It's so silly, isn't it, Higgins? What you say? I went to the house. I did text him, you come in here. I didn't say goodbye to anyone. I went to the police station. I butt dialed him. He butt dialed me. We butt dialed each other. I threw my phone away. All the shit you said. It means absolutely nothing. But how can we believe it? How can we throw some shit in the game? Sooner or later, someone's going to ask you guys. And it's going to come out to say, take a fucking lie detector test. And that's the parallel. And when that lie detector comes out, we're going to be looking at you guys like this.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis?
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
Hey, Higgins, my man, what's up, bro? We got 415 people, man. Appreciate everybody. How many people used to sit back and watch Different Strokes or watch all the good sitcoms, and at the end of them, I know, Higgins, you remember this.
Facts of Life. Remember Facts of Life, Chip?
Yeah, the facts of life in the world. Up in your jeans. The facts of life. The facts of life. But remember, at the end of every great sitcom, there was this.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
You know what I think you should do, Higgins?
What's one thing life taught you? If you take your top lip and connect it to your bottom lip, you will shut the fuck up. What's one thing life taught you? If you take your top lip and connect it to your bottom lip, you will shut the fuck up.
I like this dude.
What's one thing?
The point I'm trying to make is the parallel to what happened we've seen 15 years later of something not aging well. A murder never goes away. So although this girl did a lie detector test, I don't know why his wife did that. I don't know why she would want to incriminate herself. Gary Coleman, wife, Arnold from Different Strokes, all in our age group. It all parallels perfect because this movement is everybody from 35 and up. So most of us know Different Strokes. Most of us know Gary Coleman, know him as Arnold. We grew up. What you talking about, Willis? You know, it was weird, right? Because he was this little guy and he played a young kid, but he really was like 25 years old.
Yeah.
Then you had Webster, same type of shit. He was like 25, but he played like an 8-year-old. So like we grew up in some bugged ass times, right? People, us Gen X's, boomers, we grew up in some weird fucking times, man.
Yeah.
So, but this is the way thing ages. You know, we always talk about on the show how things are gonna age. Murder, deception, fuckery, the things that you did, it's not going to age well. It's just not. So I don't know what you guys are going to do. You guys are looking for the cash out. Hank Brennan just cashed out for $566,000. I don't know what Karen got, but Karen cashed out too. Alan Jackson cashed out. Turtleboy's about to cash out. What are you guys going to do? Are you guys going to cash out? The problem is, you guys just can't cash out because there's one little problem. John O'Keefe is dead, and no one ever got convicted for his murder, which means the murder is open, and it's all eyes on that family and Kevin from South Boston, a.k.a. Brian Higgins. So let me just say this, Kev. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So if you do cash out and take the money, someone comes to you with some money and say, hey, we want to take your rights. We want to make a book. You tell your story. We're going to make it nice. And we're going to put it out in the next year. So you're going to get the Karen Reed this, the Karen Reed that with Karen Reed and AJ. Then you get the Turtleboy this, the Turtleboy that. And then here comes right behind it, the Higgins this, the big bad Brian A that. The problem is that you guys are putting yourself in a pickle. Because now if you take the money and you put yourselves out there, what happens when the next line of questioning is, all right, we did these docuseries, we did these shows, we made you look like you didn't do anything. Why don't you take a lie detector test? What happens then? So what do you do? So do you guys take the money and cash out, or do you guys keep hiding? If you keep hiding, right, you look guilty too. If you take the money, now you're opening up the door, the pivot, for us to ask you the questions that you don't want to answer. And my big question is this: why don't everybody just take a fucking lie detector test? Do we got any feds in the chat? We got anybody that works for the state, the government? Anybody that knows anything about lie detectors? Because what I want to know is, how accurate is a fucking lie detector? I know they don't use them in court proceedings and all that, but would it make any sense? And does it matter? And if everybody flunked it, I mean, if Big Bad Brian A flunked it, Nicole flunked it, Julie flunked it, Julie Albert, Julie Nagel, Colin, if everybody totally came up deceptive, then it has to mean something.
Exactly. Right? And you know, there was one thing, I know you picked up on it, but there was one thing in that interview with that family, okay, that Brian Albert said that speaks fucking volumes. John O'Keefe was murdered. He said that he was murdered. He could have said, hey, there was an accident with John O'Keefe. He could have said, you know, he got hit by that car. He said that he was murdered. Now that's coming from another seasoned veteran cop. He understands the difference between an accident and a murder.
So why do you think he said that? Was it a slip up, or was he trying to put it on Higgins?
You know, that's where I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it getting directed towards, again, away from him. And who wasn't at that meeting? Who wasn't at that interview?
Brought us
JFK?
down at every turn. And yesterday was the final letdown. And that's why we're here.
We were just witnesses. This is a thing that
we had nothing to do with.
Nothing to do with.
You had nothing to do with it, so let me ask you that on the lie detector test, buddy. If you guys had nothing to do with it, Chris A, clean Chris A. Let's ask you on the lie detector test. Are you just a witness and you didn't have nothing to do with what happened? So you got Chris Albert, lie detector, Big Bad Brian A, Higgins, Caitlin, Allie, all of them. Everybody take a lie. If you guys did absolutely nothing, everybody take a lie detector test. What if all you guys passed? Then what? You guys could cash out for real. Here's your money.
Yeah.
We took the fucking lie detector. Make the movie about us.
We didn't do it.
They created a mob against us. They ruined our lives. We had to move out of Kit and Maki. Help me. Donnie.
Let's do a movie.
I'm saying, you guys, this is the pickle. Am I making any sense of what I'm saying? Because I'm in my head right now.
No, you're fine. You're making sense. It would exonerate them. They're talking all about how the Commonwealth failed them, the justice system failed them. You know, anybody that's been, mentions the Karen Reed case had something to do with it. I mean, that's all they're talking about. Me.
Let's go on to what he said, this guy.
We hadn't came and told the truth, and that's it. This is a guy that was murdered.
Speak to that for a second, Kev. I'm going to rewind it a little bit.
And told the truth, and that's it. This is a guy that was murdered.
And let me lay down the foundation. Big Bad Brian A. God damn. Big Bad Brian A. You just said a guy was murdered. Let me lay down the foundation. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I go by the name of J.F.K.
And I go by Kev.
And we're about to lay down the foundation. I'm just going to say this and pass the mic to my co-host. Big Bad Brian A's a cop. At the end of the day, if she backed up and hit John O'Keefe, it was an accident. She didn't mean to kill him because she didn't know she was going to kill him. Regardless if her intention was like, fuck this dude, I hate this dude, she still didn't know that she was going to kill him. She didn't know if he was going to jump out the way. She didn't know. So why did you stress that it was a murder? Big Bad Brian A. So with that being said, I'll pass the mic to my man Kev.
And great point, because he's a guy, all right, that could have walked down an alley and seen somebody's, head beat in and their pockets turned inside out. And he'd be the first one to say that this gentleman got murdered in this alley and got robbed. Okay? He could go downtown and see a guy laying in the middle of a crosswalk and say, this guy was struck by a motor vehicle.
God damn, ladies and keep going, Kevin. Keep going.
It's the truth. It's the fucking truth. He's fucking seasoned. He's veteran. You know?
And he went through a whole trial. A whole first trial. In the second trial, he didn't even get to testify because he was hidden by, he got paid $566,000, Hank Brennan, to pull the wool over our eyes, to hide that family that we just posted right here, to hide this family.
That says that they were failed.
It's atrocious for that family.
We had
came and told the truth, and that's it. This is a guy that was murdered, and it's atrocious for that family.
He got paid $566,000 to hide them. He went through a whole trial. He knows at the end of the day, it wasn't a murder. Why did he even put it at that point when he's speaking right there? For the people who don't know, he's speaking to Karen Reed getting found not guilty. So at that point, you can kind of let down your hair because I'm sure he doesn't even agree. Everybody knows, everybody from the feds to the lawyers to the DAs, everybody knows that she was overcharged. And I can tell you right now, so doesn't he. But the fact that he still went with the murder word, why? Is he setting up a foundation for himself?
Exactly.
When it starts coming out that he was murdered, like, well, maybe he was murdered. Maybe it was you, Kevin, from South Boston, and maybe you and Karen had something to do with it because I was upstairs just chilling, listening to my J.F.K. CD.
God damn. Fucking combing my dog out. You know, it sucks because he knows. You know, I mean, I know I get into it. I get all fucking aggravated sometimes. I get loud and shit. But, you know, this dude, okay, this Brian Albert, okay, in my eyes, he was probably a motherfucking piece of shit at work and thought he was better than fucking everybody because he was on his little fucking show, okay? And
what show was he on?
Was it fucking
Boston's Finest?
Boston's Finest. What a fucking joke. Shouldn't have been called the Boston Finest, I'll tell you that.
5, 4.
But he went around like a fucking peacock in that fucking precinct.
This one's explosive.
Ain't nobody got his fucking back over there.
Talk to him.
Ain't nobody got his back. The whole first fucking trial, JFK, the Commonwealth did nothing but fucking defend that fucking family. And try to distance them as far as they could. You had that Michael Morrissey come out not hours after she was arraigned. Well, you know, maybe it was a week after she was arraigned. It puts out that bold statement.
Yeah. Let me say this. I spoke to somebody. I'm trying to get James up here. I spoke to somebody right after this interview dropped. This one right here, people. Just in case you're just tuning in.
They dehumanized us.
Touch this case has been called a murder at some point.
And anyone who's friends with us support cop killer.
Sad for John's family and what happened yesterday, and I feel like they didn't get justice for him, and our lives just changed forever.
Your lives changed forever? How about this? John O'Keefe is in the dirt for over 40 months, dead, gone. Your life's changed? Really?
We took what we thought was the high road.
Oh, really? You took the high road? Well, what happens when Hollywood comes knocking, Maddie McCabe? They're going to come knocking. They want to hear your story. Look at you, buddy. The blue-eyed guy with the black hair. You know?
They're going to say, hey, Maddie, you're out of shape, Maddie. We don't want to sign a fucking deal with you.
Let the court do its job.
It would take
What will it take?
30 to 50 people.
Really?
You'd have to have multiple cops on 2 different police departments.
Yeah, but the way you're talking about it, the conspiracy, it will take 30 people. But if someone could do it, it would probably be Brian Higgins. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
It's silly this is. And great question.
Great question. How did Brian Higgins do it?
I don't understand how people bought this.
I don't understand how people bought this. I had no idea Brian Higgins was out there with his plow truck with Karen and they killed John. Is that what you're saying? Look at him looking at his wife. Look at her. All she's thinking about is honey buns and zebra cakes.
God damn.
Because at that point, she knows that's all her canteen's going to be up in Framingham. Look at it with the smirk and all that. He's looking at her like, don't you say a fucking word. Calm the fuck down.
Immediately thought something had happened to
Watch, he repeats every word she says.
one of her children or one of my.
And what did you say right here? She thought right then and there,
right off
that
the
something happened. That something happened to her children, right?
Exactly.
And what did you say?
Her sister wasn't thinking that. Because if her sister was thinking that when she was standing out on her fucking front lawn.
Who's her sister?
Fucking Jen McCabe. Jen McCabe.
She wasn't thinking like that. No. Everything was fine at 34 Fairview. Hey, Cox, fuck you.
We're working too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
So she wasn't thinking that. Now, the video that you've seen that we were watching, that we just was watching, I had talked to somebody. And when I tell you that this certain somebody is connected, I didn't even know this person was disconnected. And this person knows who I'm talking about. You. Now I'm throwing shots. Calm down. Not in a bad way. These are good shots. But this person told me, I asked this person, when you seen this video of Big Bad Brian A talking and speaking the way he was speaking, what did you see? And this person, I'm just telling you, is connected. She's not connected with the Deuce Boys out in Lynn. She's not connected with Death Row Records. She's connected with the other side, if everybody knows what I'm saying. And this person said, I see a person lying and scared because Big Bad Brian A lost all his power. They try to keep it together as much as they could for him. Now they can't do nothing about it. It played out the way it played out. He's lost his power. He knows it. He knows it's going down. That's it. He's done. That's what this person's seen. And that's what I'm pretty sure everybody on the other side, and I mean, listen, I ain't got no disrespect with the other side. I don't really fuck with the other side like that. We all know that. But hey, in this line of business that I'm in right now, doing a live stream, and sometimes I have to have conversations, right? And about this situation and just get some insight. So the point is, even the people of law enforcement think that these people are guilty. That's the good thing. Most law enforcement people think they're guilty. And when they're watching this guy on the stand, and this is, hey, Kevin from South Boston, if you're watching, this person, oh man, Kevin from South Boston, this person, yikes. That's it. You guys, they try to protect you. They did the best they could. Now you got to fight your own battles. So now it's the yin and the yang. You're going to go on TV and protect yourself? All right, now you're opening yourself up for the line of fire. What happens when they start hitting you with the questions? What about this? What about this? What about that? Because that interview was very soft. Very soft. What happens when you meet an interviewer like J.F.K. and Kevy Kev? And then if you turn around and cash out, you're going to have to talk to people, writers, people who write books, and they're going to want to know exactly how they could clean this up. This is not a 50-50 thing. As much as you guys, the Albert family wants to make it seem like it's 50-50, well, maybe Karen did it, maybe we did it. No. It's more 100% you did it. Karen got found guilty. Got found not guilty twice in a court of law for murder. And you guys only did one interview in 3 years. 3.5 years. Almost 4 years. January's only 6 months away. It's going to be 4 years you guys did one interview. Karen Reed's been all over the place, did 2 trials, and beat 2 murder cases. So what is it? Is it 50-50 or is it more 100% at this point? So go ahead, get the book deal. Go ahead. What are you guys going to do? If you hide, you're guilty. If you start talking, you're going to show your guilt. If you start talking, the hard questions are going to come, Kevin from South Boston. And then the question is, take a lie detector test.
They need to clean this shit up, JFK, man. This shit's getting dirtier and dirtier.
It's wild, man.
I'll tell you, man. You'll be rehoming someone else too. You know?
See,
seems
Fettis,
like they're on a roll rehoming shit.
I'm sorry, Kev. Fettis,
No.
I'm just reading the chat. Fettis, even if he passed on the he passed the lie detector test, you think? I don't know about that. And that's the thing. If you line them all up and they do the lie detector, even if a couple of them pass, but then you look at the overall situation of how many failed, I don't think he would pass.
You know, I mean, not for nothing, JFK. I thought of this. I mean,
he did way too much dirt.
How many lie detector tests do you think that he put on people and made them take it?
But here's the thing. Even if he passed, right? Let's just say he did pass, then do it then. You know what I mean? Do make an impact. Make an impact. So far, Karen Reed's been on 5 different, we'll just throw a number out there. She's been on 9 different platforms, right? Probably more than that if you break them all down. She had 2 trials. She got found not guilty. She's about to go on a media run very soon and talk about this. And in the last 3.5 years, almost 4 years, you guys did one interview.
Fucking suckers.
And it was very light. You guys ain't saying nothing. Where you at, Higgins? Why ain't you talking? I don't understand. That's common sense. If you did absolutely nothing wrong, you would speak on this. I would love to hear from you at this point. At this point, Higgins, why don't you just come on the fucking show? I mean, seriously, I know that sounds crazy, right? Higgins, I know you're watching on the big TV. I get it. And I'm not even shit talking. I'm saying at this point, my dude, everybody knows Kevin from South Boston is you. There's no fucking hiding it. Everybody knows it's you. I know it was you who said, take me off the TV. I know. I just felt it. No one ever called me since talking like you. I take phone calls all the time. You may as well just come on the show, man, and speak your piece, man. Talk with me, man. Jive with me, my man. From the rip, from the start, from the crib. Come on, bro. You know, Cambridge, Malden, Lynn. Let's talk that talk. Come on, let's chop it up. May as well. But instead, wait a minute. But instead, you know what he was doing, right? Didn't he chase down Turtleboy?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yep. He was out front of his house on his runner.
Kevin from South Boston, I got a question for you, man. Don't be a clown.
You are a clown. A clown.
You know why, my man? I don't even want to call you a clown, man. But Turtleboy was chasing.
Yo, you wrong.
You wrong.
I'll be like, yo, what time is J.F.K. on?
He's on right now, TB.
We listening together?
You know how crazy it is, bro, to like this guy is the person that everyone likes for the murder of Giles Keith, right?
I drive by the house. I gotta confess, not the first time I've been in Higgins' house. I was down here a couple of months ago trying to throw my goddamn phone in a dumpster, if you recall. I did a whole thing on it, and they didn't let me on the Air Force Base. So we go to his house, and I'm in the goddamn passenger seat, and the house is on the right-hand side. So the driver's really closer than the fucking passenger. And we drive by, and holy fucking shit, decorated dude in the front yard. Like, of all the times we go by, Higgy's on the front lawn. I'm like, I was not expecting this.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, an exclamation point with some question mark with a couple of exclamation
Get the fuck out of here.
Exclamation points and then some type of emoji.
And I'm like driving by, and I'm like, holy shit, he's right there. And then we're like, he didn't see, like, no way he saw me. So we go around the cul-de-sac at the end of the street, and we turn around, and we go by. And at this point, he has moved forward towards the front of the street. He's got his fucking phone out, and he's like,
you got your phone out, man. You got Turtleboy right where you want him, Higgins.
and we heard him yell, get the fuck out of here. He yells at us.
And that's all you did?
He yells at us, get the fuck.
That's all you did, Kevin from South Boston?
And then he starts chasing after us.
Then you start chasing?
After us. He stopped at the end of it. He gets in the street and he runs after us. Decorated dude. We got this decorated running after us.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
And we're like, what the fuck? Bro, Higgins is running after us.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Damn, Higgins. Yo, Higgins. Everything, your whole career turned into a soundbite on YouTube, bro.
Right.
Listen, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question, Kevy781. Someone running around Lynn saying you did something to somebody. Someone say you stole their Holly. You're a Holly dude. Someone said that you stole their Holly Davidson and took it for pots. And the word has it around the clubhouses, disclaimer, words going around certain circles. And we know them circles you don't want to cross your name up with because shit gets real quick. That Kev stole Homeboy's bike, stripped it, took all his pots, painted them, and put them on his bike. And everywhere you go, you pull up to the bar, hey, Kev, this person wants to talk to you. You pull up to this bar, hey, Kev, this person wants to talk to you, said you stole this dude's bike. And now you're in a situation where you're like, man, I didn't do this. But it doesn't matter. It already formed. The person who said it formed an alliance with all these people. right? And
Yeah.
he's wrong, right? He's wrong. Let's just say he's wrong, right? And now you're in a pickle because if you go show up to go meet these people to have this conversation, you might catch a beat down just because.
Exactly.
You might get hit with a ballpoint hammer just because.
Hell yeah.
So now you're in a pickle. Do you go and talk to him? Or do you just say, hey, until I get clarity on this, I'm not going to show up? So now you got beef. So the point I'm trying to make is Turtleboy went out, exposed this case for what it is. He's the guy that did this. This is his baby. He's the one that said right off the bat, the Alberts, Higgins, they killed John O'Keefe. Everybody's got you, Higgins, as the murderer of John O'Keefe. And here's this guy who fucked up your livelihood, if it's not true. If it's not true. And he's driving down the cul-de-sac. And all you do is chase after his car and say, get the fuck out of here. So my question is this. If you found out, Kev, the person who put you through this whole ordeal got you with all this smoke, with all these different people, and he happens to drive by your house, and your house happens to be on a cul-de-sac, are you just letting him drive by? Or are you stopping that car and it's on site and you're going to put him down and let him know, like, yo, you said this about me? What? You put me in this situation? Hold this. Do you feel that? Why didn't you do that, Higgins? Why didn't you do that? If you didn't do anything, why didn't you pull him out the fucking car? Huh, Higgins? Huh? Why not? If you didn't do anything, why the fuck didn't you do something? In my world, that shows that you're guilty. You know why it shows the guilt? Because you went and talked to KP. What would you do if a person was going down your street and had you fucked in the game?
Man, I'll tell you, first of all, if I seen them even just roll by, I would have walked right out into the middle of that motherfucking street, bro. And I would have fucking stopped that car. And I would have confronted him. Like, just like you said. Like, motherfucker, you ran your mouth. You ran your mouth. Fucking spread these lies and shit. Yeah, he'd be going to talk to a few people. He'd definitely be going to talk to a few people and straightening that shit out.
But if you did it, you probably would say, get the fuck out of here. You probably wouldn't do shit.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want that heat. You know? Like I'd be trying to say, hey, yo, get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
if you had the police power, what I'm trying to say is, people, if he still thought he was in control and that he still was a decorated policeman, he would have acted like a policeman. No policeman is going to let some guy drive down his street, especially a cul-de-sac, and get the one up on him. Especially when it's known that this person is out to fucking ruin your life. There's no way. If he thought that he still had the police clout card and he still had that power, there's no way he would have let TB get the one up on him. There's no way. Listen, I knew a cop who lived in the neighborhood growing up, man. And let me tell you something. You stayed away from his house. You know what I mean? Like, if you were smoking weed, you were smoking that shit away from his house. He let everybody know. You guys want to light fireworks? Do that shit over there. You want to go ride your bikes? Do that shit in the schoolyard. Because you know why? You know that's the cop's house. Am I wrong? Am I fucking in La La Land, Higgins? This is what we grew up on. You don't fuck around at the cop's house. And you let this dude fuck around, come down your street, and you didn't do nothing? If you were a cop, and you still were a cop, and you still was ATF, and you still felt like you didn't do anything wrong, you would act like a cop. because you're a cop. But instead, you're calling up JFK's show saying you're a decorated dude, your name's Kevin, and you're hitting KP up. Well, if I didn't know any better, I would say that you're fucked in the game, my dude. That's what I would say.
Fucked.
What's one thing life taught you? If you take your top lip and connect it to your bottom lip, you will shut the fuck up. What's one thing life taught you? If you take your top lip and connect it to your bottom lip, you will shut the fuck up. What's one thing life taught you? If you take your top lip and connect it to your bottom lip, you will shut the fuck up.
I'm going back to Massachusetts.
Here's a rap song based on your lyrics and theme. You wrong, you wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Kevin from South Boston. Wait, is this Higgins? Higgins. Is that you? Nah. You wrong. They was decorated dudes. Acting like they real, but they faking up the truth. Medals on their chest, but they never paid the dues. I see through the lies, yeah, I know the real news. Is this Higgins? Nah, man, you wrong. Trying to test the kid, but I've been too strong. Came from the South where we hustle all night. No fake love here, gotta keep the game tight. You talking like you know me, but you really just guessing. See me on the rise, now they stressing, confessing. Boston on my back, and we moving like a legend. You wrong, better watch where you stepping. You wrong. They was decorated dudes, acting like they real, but they faking up the truth. Medals on their chest, but they never paid the dues. I see through the lies, yeah, I know the real news. Kevin called my phone asking, is this Higgins? Told him, nah, my dude, must be something that you tripping. They was talking big, but the stories don't match. Said they run the city, but they never left the patch. I keep it 10 toes, I ain't playing with the clouds. Say they run the game, but they never been around. Moving in the dark, but I shine when it count. You wrong, time to show 'em what's about. Yeah, nah, man. You wrong. They was decorated dudes, but they ain't real. South Boston, stand up. Yeah. Nah, man. You wrong. Hey, they was decorated dudes, but they ain't real. South Boston, stand up. South Boston, stand up. Here's a rap song based on your lyrics and theme. You wrong. Yeah.
Wrong, Higgins.
Yeah. This is Kevin from South Boston. Wait, is this Higgins? Is that you? Nah.
We the people because Beeline, as he said on the stand, scared of what he's seen and threatened by Big Bad Brian A. Protected caller. Why you think Jill thank Proctor? For real. There is a goal in the chat. Goals, hit them goals up. Venmo, JFK show off. Cash App, JFK show off. And don't forget Cash App, Kevy Kev 781. Let's run that back. So this guy right here, his name is Commissioner Cox.
Is that spelled with a C-O-C-K? S?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Let's count how many times he said Karen Reed. Let's do that one more time. Can we do that one more time?
Yeah, hell yeah. I wish I had number cards and shit. I'd hold them up and shit.
Oh man, that's great. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that next.
Your name
Looked
came
like a
up
fucking
during the
tennis
recent
match
Karen
and
Reed
shit.
trial. You got a visit from Officer Kelly Dever. The defense implied that you influenced your testimony. Do you want to respond to that?
I have nothing to do with. I have nothing to do with Karen Reed. Matter of fact,
There's one. Throw him up, Kevin. There's one. Everybody count, though. Everybody count with us. There's one.
I didn't even know this person was associated with the Karen Reed case.
There's two.
You know, I have an organization, Philip, over 3,000 people, and we support all our folks. And the reality is that, you know, I get information passed on whether people are high or low, and I encourage everyone, right? And if you want to work here and you belong here, then we're going to encourage you. I have no idea what they're talking about with Karen Reed. We have nothing.
There's three.
Nothing to do with Karen Reed. No discussion about Karen.
There was four.
Tell Officer Dever to do the right thing.
I didn't know she was even associated with that case. So, you know, I don't know. I was struck like, what do I have to do with the Karen Reed race?
There's five.
I never had said those words together. And so the fact is, you know, it's much to do about nothing. We have employees here that we have to develop and encourage and do things, and I do that for tons of our employees.
Do you feel that you were inappropriately drawn into this as some sort of boogeyman?
That case is over, and you know, we've got a lot of other stuff to talk about. I have nothing to do with Karen Reed.
That's six.
I was in the state of Michigan.
So we got 6 times this time. I counted 7 last time. Maybe we were off. So we got 6 times. 6 times. But if you're just tuning in, Commissioner Cox. There's one name he didn't mention, right?
That's right. Officer John O'Keefe.
I just want to tell you something, Higgins, Kevin from South Boston. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
R.I.P.
You did John dirty, man.
Open up the door in the back of my mind.
You did John dirty, man. R.I.P.
Do the right
What do you think of Higgins on the J.F.K. show last night? Did you guys hear Higgins? He said he's a decorated dude.
We love you. Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Did John dirty. God damn.
But it's still not true. And I'm still so blue.
Hey, Boston Police Commissioner. You said Karen Reed's name 6 times. But you didn't say John O'Keefe's name once.
I thought we were the same, birds of a feather. Now I'm ashamed I told you a lie. Désolé, mon amour. I'm trying my best.
Static Selector.
Open up the door in the back of my mind. I'm still overseas. A bird in a cage. Thought you were made for me. But it's still not true. Cage, thought you were made for me.
God damn, you did John dirty, man. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Everybody in the chat. I need everybody in the chat right now. Put them RIPs up for John O'Keefe, man. We ain't done. This is the pivot. Let's go. pivot, right? You want to explain what the pivot is, Kev, for the people that don't know?
Well, the pivot is the change, like the change, and the pivot now is to point this all into another direction, and we need to make this shit happen. This can't go unsolved. We can't just settle for a commissioner to come out like that and say, the Karen Reed case is over. All right? Because number one, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is the one that put the blame on Karen Reed. They didn't do the proper investigation. They didn't pull these people and put them in rooms and question them separately. They didn't do the shit right. And they're all trying to distance themselves and make the pivot towards somebody else. We got to raise that awareness about that.
You said yesterday.
We got to catch it in the change. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing I want to say about John O'Keefe, too. And I know personally, deep down inside,
BA owns Cox. Goddamn.
Another one that, BA don't want to know people to know about the things that maybe him and Cox have done. Somebody signed his retirement.
Hold on a minute. BA and who?
Cox.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What?
God damn. Sit, boo-boo. Sit, boo-boo.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
Now look at this. Let's get back to these
Why
fucks.
else is she in my bedroom? It's 6. It's 6.
Look at them. Look at them.
It's 6. It's 6:30 in the morning right now.
Now, like I said, this person told me that he looks like he was coming undone.
Why else is she in my bedroom? It's 6. It's 6. It's 6. It's 6:30 in the
Man, he looks so stressed out.
morning right now.
And I think John's dead out front. I said, what the are you talking about, Jen? And I'm like, who? I didn't know.
Can I ask you guys a question in the chat? Do these people look innocent to you? What up, Sean D? My brother, how we feeling? Do you want to ask him for me, bro?
Static selected.
Do you want to ask Barrows for me? Kev?
Yeah, Barrows. We've been wanting to ask you a question if you're around, but does this family do they all look innocent up there?
Absolutely not.
Do you think any of them would pass a lie detector test, Barrows?
Absolutely not.
There you have it. The chat and Barrows.
Goddamn, Barrows.
Not even a smidge, KDK says. Get some shout outs real quick. Shout outs. We the people, what up? Wallflower, Cat C411, Cynthia, what up? KDK, Denisha, and she was Sean D, my boy. Sheila P, Greg Haas, Feathers, I see ya. You need to calm the fuck down. Miss Lynn, Patrick, I'm Shop 777, Carol Pack, JFK's girl. Oh, goddamn. Debbie Blair, what up? DD. Natalie D. Who else we got up in here? Becky G, I see you.
Becky G.
Jeannie Lynn. Mimi. And she was. I appreciate you guys. How many of you guys enjoyed Bedtime Magic last night? How many jumped in the chat last night for Bedtime Magic? We do a show. It's for members only. I need y'all to join the channel if you want to check out them streams. And we do a thing called a Bedtime Magic. Long gamers. That's right.
Shit, I had my sunglasses on last night.
Make sure you become a member today so you can check out that Bedtime Magic between the sheets. It's the Mile High Club. Laura Pike. Melanie Gore, she missed it. You need to come back next time.
Still didn't piece it
I
together.
didn't understand what she was talking about because why would John be out front of my house?
Go outside and investigate or take a look.
You fuck. Here we go.
I'm not a Canton police officer. I'm a Boston police officer.
And it's the same answer, right? It's the same answer that the commissioner gave. Like Karen Reed, I'm scared. I got nothing to do with the Karen Reed. I'm a Boston police commissioner. I'm not Canton. I'm not Stoughton. Yo, it's right up the street. You're acting like you don't hear things. You're acting like you're not cops. All cops know cops. Stop the bullshit. The fuck are you guys all afraid of?
The dude was in the military. The dude was in the military. What's that mean? If he was in the Navy and he's seen a Marine get hurt, he ain't gonna fucking help him? Fucking dirtbag.
Sir, I was just woken up out of a cold sleep from hanging out the night before. By the time I came downstairs, the police were already in my house. John was already...
The police? Ain't you the police, though? Why didn't you keep them in your house? Why didn't you make them hot cocoa?
Ask them if they need to use the bathroom.
Be gone. There was nobody to save.
There was no one to save, huh? Because he got murdered. That's why, right?
I would take out a bullet for John O'Keefe.
I would have took a bullet for John O'Keefe. Higgins did it.
Because he was a fellow cop. That's the most ridiculous question that people always ask. It makes zero sense. What am I supposed to do? Run out front in my underwear and start running yellow tape?
It's been made about that Google search.
Why are you acting like that's not what you would have done, though? Why are you acting like if you had nothing to do with this, that's exactly what you would have done?
Dude gets me all worked up, man. I'll tell you. He wasn't a fucking friend, dude.
No.
Dude's a piece of shit.
To say the least, brother.
Fuck. And you're telling me he didn't, I mean, yo, these dudes wear guns in fucking Walmart and shit. They go into CVS with fucking Tylenol and got their straps. Telling me the dude didn't want to run outside like a gorilla? What the fuck happened? He never came in my motherfucking house.
Phone lines are open. If you want to talk with J.F.K. and Kev, 781, give us a call. We're here for you. What are you guys feeling? Do you feel like this guy Cox said Karen Reed's name 7 times? I counted the first time, 6 times the second time, but whatever. 5, 6, 7, doesn't matter. I know one name he didn't say.
Officer John O'Keefe. Dude didn't even recognize his family, bro. Nothing.
Lieber girl, thank you for the $20. I appreciate it. We got a goal up there. Super thanks are appreciated. Venmo, JFK Show Off. Cash App, JFK Show Off. Kevy Kevs. Cash App, 781. Phone lines are open. Give us a call. Common's going to come knocking on the door. For sure. For sure.
That, and you know what? I think karma is knocking on the door. You know, because I mean Brian Albert, he ain't got no fucking pull. Like I said, man, when he was in there doing his movie thing and fucking what did he fucking solve the fucking Craigslist killer or some shit? He had some other big role, fucking some big arrest that he made, or the fucking wanted fucking rapist or something. I don't know what the fuck he did, but he did something, and fucking he had, you know, he got some recognition over it. He had, you know, I mean, he walked around there, you know, like with his fucking nose up, man. Those people suck,
to say the least. To say the least.
You read them people a mile away. Everybody's reading them now. Little interviews and shit.
From
Katrina.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
You're live with Kevy Kev and J.F.K. Who we speaking with?
Hi, J.F.K. This is Katrina from Texas.
What up?
Remember me?
I remember you, Katrina. What up, girl?
I'm just glad I don't live in Massachusetts. Yay!
Well, first and foremost, I want to say prayers to Texas for all the flooding and all the people they lost out there. That shit is crazy. You ain't nowhere near there, are you?
No, but I've been in 2 floods here before, and that is some scary, 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 scary stuff.
Yeah, it is. God bless everybody for real. Prayers up.
Yeah, I had to be rescued by the National Guard before. Yeah, my house was rocking.
It was rocking? God
It
damn.
was crazy.
God damn.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Katrina,
But
Karen,
yeah,
Karen
prayers
Reed.
to all those people. I feel really, really bad, and that I don't know about that. I mean, you know, this is Texas and all that, but I think there could have been a little bit more warning. I need them to look into that.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing when it comes to that, for sure.
Because I get warnings on my phone all the time for flash flood, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Why? What's going on there? Something going on.
Something's going on.
So, you know, even though I'm proud to be here in Texas and not in Massachusetts. We do have our problems here too. But I'm so glad that Karen Reed got the verdict that she deserved, I guess. You know, I'm proud that she got what she got. But, and about this Brian Higgins thing, I've been wanting to call forever, wanting to know where in the hell is Brian Higgins? Where the hell is he? Well, he's hiding out at home. Okay, now I know, so I'm good now.
Yeah, he's ghost. He drank so much ghost energy, he disappeared. He's Patrick Swayze. He's gone.
I sure would like for you to go by his house.
Yeah, I can't.
I want that so bad.
I can't do that because the difference, if I went by his house, there'd be fucking helicopters tackling me. You know, they wouldn't. My criminal record speaks for itself. If I go by somebody's house, it's not for journalism. I could tell you that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, it is.
Because I would have loved to see the video of that.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't go by his house even if I was on some journalists. I feel going by people's houses is a violation. Like, I wouldn't go by anybody's house, even if he's like anybody at all. Like, I feel like once you do that, you cross the line. If I go to his house, then he could come to my house. I wouldn't do that. I would just see him when I see him, you know? So I feel like going by somebody's house. I mean, on some real shit, I feel like if you go by somebody's house, expect to fight, period. Like, you know, if you go by somebody's house, you know, regardless of what your motives are, if you go by somebody's house and you're not wanted there and they told you don't ever come by here, prepare for a fight. Right?
True.
I mean, it's the way it goes, right? That's the way I was brought up. I don't know.
That's true, and I've told a person before never come to my house again, and they never have. So
Right.
it does work. Anyway, I don't think you're ever going to see him out because I guess he's hiding. And do you know if he really went to rehab or what?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I sure do wish that they would arrest and convict the person or persons that actually did murder John O'Keefe, and R.I.P. John O'Keefe, by the way.
Absolutely, Katrina. What was your reaction when you found out that she got found not guilty? What was your vibes like? What was your feeling?
Oh, I cried. I was watching Melanie Little and Better was on there, and we were all crying at the same time. Oh, it was exciting. I couldn't believe it. And I was freaked out on that first one, the verdict, non-verdict thing. I thought, oh my God, I've never seen this before ever.
Right.
That was a trip.
Yeah, it was. It was something special for sure.
Oh yeah, I had goosebumps, no doubt about it. When the crowd started, you could hear the crowd. I got goosebumps real bad. It was wild. I mean, I could feel the energy from there. It was wild. It was wild.
Yeah, definitely. You could feel it. It was, it was scary too, because you just never know, right, what the jury was going to do. So I'm happy
Oh
that
yeah, it was scary. Oh yeah,
I'm happy that it went our way.
very much so. Thank God.
Thank God, Katrina. Katrina, you got
And
to.
you know, I feel bad for Karen because I'm sure that she has got some real feelings right now. You know, I bet she's going through it for sure.
What do you think she's going through? If you were going to guess.
I couldn't even imagine. But the relief has to be a big part of it, a big part of it. And then because she's been all tensed up and, you know, all about one thing, and now it's not there anymore. She's got to, you know, her brain is like, what do I do now? You know?
Right.
That's what I think. I don't know.
That makes sense.
I just do feel for her, though. I'm sure that she's in her feelings like major bad.
For sure, Katrina. And it's always great talking to you. I was so happy that you called in. I haven't heard from you.
Well, I've been watching you. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
I've been keeping up.
Thank you so much, Katrina. You're definitely a long gamer, for sure. You want to say anything to the chat?
Just have a good night and be safe and keep your head on a swivel if you live in Massachusetts.
Are you coming to Massachusetts anytime soon?
Oh, no.
No? Why not?
No.
Why won't you come to Massachusetts?
No.
Why?
Because you already know.
I
You go
know.
on vacation and leave on probation, baby.
You go on vacation, you leave on probation? God damn. You're not going to come to Boston and check us out?
It looks so beautiful there. It's just, and it's the birthplace of the United States and all that, and it would be lovely. I mean, you know, it looks really, but I just couldn't. It's just too corrupt there. I'd be freaking out every minute.
Well, Katrina, I appreciate the phone call, and we'll talk again real soon, okay, sweetie?
All right, you take care and stay safe, okay?
Okay, girl. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome phone call. Awesome. Gotta love it.
From
Big Dick from Boston.
What's up, brother? You there?
You hear me?
I can hear you now. What's up, brother?
What's up? How you guys doing?
We're all right. How you doing?
I'm tired.
You're tired. Okay.
I don't see. Where did he went to take a shit? Kevy Kev, where'd he go?
Yeah, Kev. Yeah, he went to go handle something. Who knows?
He must take some wicked shits, huh? Like a fucking horse. How many fucking toilets does he clog? You should have him try to stick those fat fingers in that table. You know, fucking table. See if they can get him out. But those fucking fingers look like. How would he? You know what you gotta do? Get him one of those cell phones from the early 2000s.
Why is that?
You know that little black flip phone?
Yeah.
And try him to call with those fucking fingers. He would hit 5 numbers at once. But did you see where our... You know what's funny? You know, Karen's innocent, right? But everybody else is guilty. So all these lawyers we love, like, what's his name? Alan Jackson. You see what he's doing now?
What's he doing?
He's this this young, rich kid. He in Malibu, he was going 120 and he killed those 4 girls from, I think they were at Pepperdine. You know, they got out of a car.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's that kid's lawyer, you know?
Really?
So, you know, yeah. He's probably making $5 million for this case. I mean, that's what they do. But, you know, all these lawyers we love now, you know.
So what do you? So the dude ran these people over because he was speeding, acting like a nut.
Yeah, he was 18. He comes from a really rich family.
So what's
He's
his gonna
like a $10 million?
What's gonna be his defense? I mean, they gotta plea him out. Is that what it is? I mean,
nah. Well, you know what? He wasn't drunk, and you heard about? I heard it a couple of years ago. All 4 girls got hit. He hit a car that went into all these girls. They were waiting for somebody, and it's terrible. I mean, you know, he's 18.
Right.
And, you know, we'll say, I mean, they charged him with 4 counts of murder. I mean.
Oh, they got him with murder over there.
Yeah, each count, you know.
Is he out?
They have yeah, he's been out on bail. He's, you know, they got all the things from the cars now. His mother just bought him that car like a week before. I think it was like an M3 or something, you know, BMW. The kid was doing over 100 miles an hour. You know where all those fires are? Everything's burnt down there now. But right over there around Malibu on Pacific Coast Highway.
Oh, okay.
You know, the fucking... But I'm just saying, that's what, you know.
That's where we're at.
He's doing, you know. So I hope he loses this case. Let's see what happens.
Why, you think
New Rochelle?
It's New Rochelle, man, yeah.
And,
he said he wants to see you stick your. He said your fingers are so fat you can't stick them in the table.
What?
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back.
I don't see him. I took the TV off.
Yeah.
I tell him to stick his fat fingers in there.
Hold
you
on,
ever play catch with a football?
Hold on,
let
me try.
Those fingers look like it catches on TV.
What you got there, Kevy Kev?
Down from day one.
Well, don't run up in my motherfucking yard.
Death row.
Like we always do.
You're doing a great job, brother, so I'm going to sleep.
Hey, my brother, we'll check you out, all right, New Rochelle?
Keep it up, my man. Keep it up.
Brother.
Oh, yeah, and listen, you guys need a side job. I bought these door slabs, but they got to be drilled out. You guys want to come up here and put them in for me?
Yeah.
Get Kevy Kev an Uber to New Rochelle.
Yeah, I got you, son.
Yeah.
And then we'll do
Down
some
from day
shoplifting
one.
and then fucking TJ
Welcome to
Maxx.
Death Row.
I'll show you how I
we
do
always
it.
do about this.
Got you, brother. We'll talk soon.
Okay, brother. Be good. Be good.
Peace, bro. New Rochelle, ladies and gentlemen. God damn. God damn. God damn, Danny. I'm here, brother. Just putting you on the screen. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
What up, Patrick? What's going on?
Nah, chilling. What's going on, man? I haven't spoke with you in a while, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while, brother.
What's
It's been
up,
a while,
Patrick?
bro.
Yeah.
How's everything, my man?
Everything's going good, just same old usual in my shop doing shit. Was Kevy run away
Nah,
from
he's
that
hit.
guy's?
I'm back.
You know that I believe that Cox there, the BPD, what do you call it? Why can't I come up with the name?
Commission.
Anyway, I think he was the one who recently just took over.
Yeah.
About 25 years ago, he was undercover chasing somebody, and there were other Boston PD chasing him. They didn't know he was undercover. They whooped his ass. They almost killed him.
Yes.
Oh, really? They beat him up.
And he sued.
Yeah, I believe it's him that just took over. Yeah.
He got a major lawsuit over that.
Really fucked up.
How do you feel about that? He said Karen Reed 6 times, but he didn't say John O'Keefe once. How do you feel about that?
It pissed me off because John is BPD.
Right. That's big fact.
He should know straight up that he should probably know anyone that's, well, not everybody, but that's been murdered on his watch. Who knows if John ever met him or what the case be, but these guys should know. These should be on their mind. There should be a plaque in his office with all these people.
He should have been at the funeral.
For him not to say John's name is it's fucked up.
Right.
Because a lot of people, when they look at this case, and it's Karen Reed, murder trial. But a lot of people, as John, we do, because, we're trying we want justice for everyone along the line.
Right.
And, sorry. We're not going to get that unless someone reopens this investigation. Like one said, and juror number 11, they want this open. Now you got your jurors speaking out here. They got to open this back up. Find John's killers. Give someone a deal. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they want a deal, though.
No, that's true. But even if you can't bust them on the murder, bust them on lying to the FBI.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? Bust them for that. If you don't get the murderers, at least get them put in jail on something. They got up there and lied multiple times. Not once, but twice.
Yeah. Facts.
And and Brian Albert talking about the system let us down. He helped make this fucked up system. He helped make it. You know what I'm saying? When he was on the anti-gang unit, look up. You might already know about this, but go up on Gangland and look up FSU.
Talk about
what he tried to do.
What he tried to do.
He tried to make them. He tried to make them into a gang with the FBI.
What did he try to do?
He tried to make FSU into a gang.
Oh.
They tried to bring up a whole fucking thing. They were just straight edge kids. You know.
Right.
Do you know Elgin James?
Who?
Elgin James.
No.
No. So, but anyway, it was just a bunch of kids that were straight edge listening to speed metal. You know, they ran the fucking skinheads out of Boston.
Oh.
But if you look at what they did to that, these were just kids who were straight edge kids, no drugs, no alcohol, that type of shit. You know, that's the type of system he helped build.
Right.
And how does the system let them down? They weren't victims.
Right.
Victim of who? Victim of being yelled at? You know what I mean? That's school kid shit. Oh, you yelled at me, now I can get a fucking restraining order. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all fucked up. You know? So I don't know. I don't think the feds will do anything.
No?
No. It's been too long, I think.
The feds got time, no?
I don't know. I know they hold the case until you're 90, till you're dead or till you're 99 years old. They'll keep an investigation open. So I'm hoping they come along.
Hold on a sec. Kevin has something to say. Hold on one second, Pat. I'll tell you what it is. Go ahead, Kevin.
I mean, so what's Pat saying? I mean, Pat, what are you saying? Is it? You think the FBI is too busy with other cases to solve this case?
Kev said, what do you think? The FBI is too busy with other cases to solve this case?
No, I don't think they're too busy. I just think it's too, not complicated is not what I'm trying to say. I think they just, to bring all this back up, you got to bring up all the facts or try to find new facts on what happened. So essentially, I believe you're going over the same trial in a sense.
So one more thing, if he was to,
I don't know.
If the FBI put their
hold on one second. Hold on one second, Pat. I'm gonna give you another question from him. Go ahead.
Sorry. If the FBI put their foot in it, or let's say they tasted the pie before it was baked, and they knew something was off with the ingredients, doesn't it look bad if they don't say something?
He said if the FBI put their foot in it and they knew this case was fucked up, basically, right? And they already, checked everything out, and they already know that this case, they checked everything out and they know that there's something wrong with this case. Don't they look fucked up by not doing anything? I mean, didn't they give 3,000 pieces of paperwork and all that?
Well, yes and no, because what they were proving, and I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but what they did prove was that Karen didn't kill John.
So why ain't they doing anything?
I don't know.
Have you talked to Karen?
I haven't spoke with her, no.
Since she's been free?
No, I sent her a message just saying, good for you, congratulations, we love you. It was my honor to, be out there next to you.
Nice.
And I don't know. Were they looking into who killed John, or were they just trying to prove Karen innocent? The FBI.
I mean, that goes both ways, though. I mean, as you're proving her innocence, you kind of know who did it, right? I mean, he got found on the front lawn of that house. I mean, he didn't
and at
get
the
hit.
end of the day, it's a dead Boston cop.
And Kev just said at the end of the day, it's a dead Boston cop. So what's the issue? What's the deal?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what gets me. I don't understand it. And karma will come, but karma is not coming fast enough.
True.
I mean, it's here though. I mean, right? I mean,
yeah.
She's got found not guilty. you got this guy, he's shaking in his boots. Why is the Boston Police Commissioner more worried about saying, I got nothing to do with the Karen Reed case? Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. I don't know nothing about it. Why is he so scared about that? Seems like he's worried about the feds landing on the roof of the fucking station.
He doesn't want any more. He doesn't want any more
smoke.
Chaos. You know, they just had another Boston police officer arrested for, trying to hook up with a little teenage boy.
That's another thing. Do you think there's any connection between all these different arrests? You got this dude pulling over. You got the Stady pulling over people. Give me a blowjob and I'll let you go. You got this other dude trying to diddle up kids. I mean, what's going on?
They're trying to crack down exactly where they can.
You know, the craziest thing is, it's funny that you say that. I was talking to someone about, my big thing is that everybody wants to, when people talk about this case and they don't really have any idea about this case, meaning they really don't know the ins and outs like we do. They think it's a 50-50 case. Like, well, maybe she did it, maybe they did it. And it's not 50-50. There's no way it's 50-50, right? But when they do talk about it, one kid I was talking to the other day, he said to me, I said, yeah, but he was talking about them throwing away their phones. And I was like, yeah, but why would they do that? And he goes, well, maybe they had fucking, he said to me, this kid, check this out, Kevy. He said, maybe they had fucking child porn on their phones or something. You don't know what these fucking dudes had on their phone. And I said, well, if that's the fucking case, then fuck them. Right? If that's the case, then lock them up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people, like, they don't even realize what they say. So in other words is, all right, he didn't kill John O'Keefe, but if he had child porn on, that's the then fuck him. Then charge him with John O'Keefe's murder then too. Fuck it. You know what I mean? At that point, like, let Karen get away with it. If he got child porn in his phone, then let Karen get away with it. I mean, that's the way. I mean, I know, you know what I'm trying to say though. That's how crazy people talk, man. When it comes to this case, do you think this case is 50-50? Like, when you add it up, is this a 50-50 case? Like, it could have been this one or it could have been that one?
Well, we definitely know it wasn't Karen.
I know, but I mean, there's no way it's 50-50. Like, what I mean, as far as I was talking earlier, I don't know if he was here, we was talking about the movies, right? Like, so if you got these movie writers who come in and they're going to try to make this case like, well, this is the reason why they slept through this, and this is the reason why they did this, and the reason why they did that. Like, there's no way you can make it 50-50. Like, we're talking about as far as like making an episodic TV, it's no 50-50 thing. Like, it would look absolutely corny. Like, I just slept through it. My dog didn't bark. Like, what?
Yeah. That's a 30-minute episode of bullshit. That's what that is.
That's what it seems like, right?
And I don't think Marky would even touch that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think he would touch it. And I definitely know D-Dubs wouldn't touch it either.
Oh, yeah.
But and another thing before I go, because I'm fucking building shelves here. What is Matt McCade's definition of the high road?
I don't know. You tell me.
Great point, man.
Well, he's calling it the high road, as in we're not saying anything. When someone does some fucked up shit and they want to avoid anything, they take off. No, it wasn't me who did the robbery. It was little, D down the street. Taking the high road, not talking, not calling. Just like Brian Higgins did, not calling anymore. That's what the high road is, in my opinion.
Say that one more time. Explain that one more time.
Taking the high road would be, in my opinion, if I did some dirt with someone else, right? I would, didn't want to get caught. I'd take the high road.
Right.
You know how they say, about snitches or whatever, but we're talking about a man's life. You don't take the high road in a murder trial.
No.
You know what I mean? You do what's right. Especially it's a person's life, and then they're trying to fuck with this family, making it seem like they're there for them and everything like that? Did the phone call stop yet for them? Not giving children the rides anymore.
Right.
Not helping out Mrs. O'Keefe.
Have you heard anything with your Boston connects? Like people seeing these people? Like, you know what I mean? Like, have you heard anything?
I hope I
haven't.
I
I
hope,
haven't heard anything. I've just heard people reaching out saying, they're happy that she's, set free and all this jazz. That's about it. I did make a phone call to one of my cousins who's a retired Mass State police officer.
Okay.
So, which that's fucked up. They didn't do anything for him. He needed a new fucking kidney. They didn't do shit for him.
What, for your cousin?
Yeah, they didn't do shit. No one went in to get blood tests, see if they could help him out. Anything, So even my son, Jack, he's 18, he went and did a blood test.
Right.
So, that's, I think soon they're going to abandon them, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. Well, listen, Patrick, I appreciate the call.
You
Okay,
hear me?
me and Kevy Kev are going to talk about it. I appreciate all your insight, my brother. Call again soon, all right?
Yep. All right, well, yo, Kevy Kev, man, I just bought my son a Jeep, fucking got a 35-inch fucking lift kit on it. I need your help.
He got you, bro. Hit Kevy Kev up. He got you, bro.
I got a Jeep, man.
Yeah,
I got an old Jeep too.
All right.
He said he got a Jeep. He said he got a Jeep too. Hit Kevy Kev up for real. If you need something, if you need something from Kev, hit him up. You know where to find him.
All right, we'll do.
All right, Pat.
All right, bye.
You brought a lot of good points. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. He brought up some great points. And that's one thing that I do kind of fear is that, I've often wondered why the FBI. See, that back to Jimmy from Lynn. He brought up a point that, it deadens that, is that the FBI publicly, inserted themselves into this trial, the first trial. They're not just gonna, pull on the reins, let's say, and back off this and just disappear and be ghosts. They'd definitely make a public statement in regards to they should be they should be the ones that say that there should be, an external, not an internal, but an external investigation from an outside. They should have another, another jurisdiction, not from Massachusetts, but someone else to come down or come into this state and properly investigate this shit. They got a ton of fucking evidence that's been disclosed. I mean, what's going to happen next? I mean, shit's going to start disappearing.
That morning, was it at 6 a.m. or was it at 6:27 a.m.? How long to die in the cold? What's your answer?
She asked me to do it at outside of Fairview at 6:20, whatever it was. Doesn't matter how much I say about it, people will not believe it.
The group also hoping to clear up rumors.
John was already gone. There was nobody to save. I would have taken a bullet for John O'Keefe because he was a fellow cop. That's the most ridiculous question that people always ask. It makes zero sense. What am I supposed to do? Run out front in my underwear and start running yellow tape?
Has been made about that Google.
Yes, that's what you're supposed to do, buddy.
Google search that morning.
And let's just add to that real quick. So that morning, you're saying that morning, run yellow tape. So you're admitting that there was no yellow tape, right? Because even they admitted there was no yellow tape. But the thing is, that morning, who'd you call? Called Higgins. He came over to your house. So that morning, the whole scene was processed. Their bullshit investigation was over. I mean, it wasn't even an investigation. Right? They just picked a cop up from the lawn and that was it, which is insane because it was a cop's house. I don't think if it was a cop's house, I think they would have stayed there and they would have did more of a job. They just took you for what your word was. They knew who they were talking to for whatever type of clout you have or wherever you are. They just went with the line of authority, so to speak, and they just saluted and they got out of there. But the question is, if you did nothing wrong, you were there, you and Higgins, why didn't you guys go out and do your own investigation on the lawn? And if you guys didn't do anything, right, Kevy Kev? On that lawn, you would have found 42 pieces of taillight, a sneaker, and a hat.
Yeah,
and here's another thing. You guys kept wondering what happened to John, right? You guys kept texting each other. You went through Jen McCabe, you went through Kerry to see what was happening with John and all that. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Kerry, she didn't even know Kerry. She knew Karen, right? Karen was Jen's friend. They knew each other. At the end of the day, Big Bad Brian A., your boy Higgins knew Karen. If you guys did nothing wrong, you would have told Higgins. Jen would have called Karen. Higgins would have called Karen. Karen, how the fuck did John die? Simple. There wouldn't have been no tell the cops are back outside. If she pleads out, there'll be an episode 4 o'clock that afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, on January 29, 2022. At 4 o'clock that afternoon, Maddie McCabe left a message on the group chat. If she pleads out, this will go away. If she fights it, it was going to be an episode the same day it happened. I mean, why? It's not a 50-50 case, ladies and gentlemen. When you add all the shit up in the middle, the preponderance of evidence, likely they had something to do with it, or likely that they didn't, it's likely that they did. They know it. So go ahead. Go ahead. Make the book deal. Open up the door. The floodgates are open. Go ahead. Then what's next after that? The questions are going to get harder and harder, Higgins. Big Bad Brian A. You thought them questions were hard then? Why do people say this to me, man? What am I supposed to do? Run tape outside? Well, okay. What happened when they left? What happened when they left?
He's speaking on all the shit that he should have done.
That he would have done. He's a cop.
Exactly. Exactly.
And he's more of a decorated dude than the people that rolled up. And he's a Boston cop on your lawn. You would have felt more inclined to do more anyway because he's one of yours on your force. You're like, I'm a Canton cop. Okay, but the dude on your lawn was a Boston cop. So it makes it even more sense that you would even be more active. You're acting like it was just a bum on the lawn. Newsflash, breaking news. A Boston cop's on your fucking lawn. You would have been more inclined because everybody at the station in Boston are hitting you up. They're not hitting Canton up. They're not hitting Dedham up. They're not hitting the Stadies up. Once they found out he was on your lawn, Big Bad Brian A., Detective Brian Albert, Sergeant, what happened? What happened to Johnny? They're asking you. But all of them knew, though. All of them knew based on how we seen Cox 6 times. He mentioned Karen Reed's name. Never once mentioned John O'Keefe's name because he knows how deep this goes.
You know, I mean, I hate to change the theory of it all, but like, you got two fucking cops in that house, right? If they seen John out there and he was hit by a car, why wouldn't they fucking pick up the phone like you're saying and call, say to somebody, yo, someone better get in touch with Karen and get her the fuck over here. If those 2 cops in that house blamed that shit on Karen Reed and made a big motherfucking scene about it, she would have been fucked.
What do you mean?
They would have. You got cops standing on his fucking own lawn saying, "Yo, she hit him. She fucking hit him."
They would have brought her right back and put her in cuffs.
Right,
you know who to walk? Yeah, I mean, it's not a 50-50 case, and that's what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. And we talked about We talked about case last night. There was a lie detector case. Lie detector. It was 15 years later.
You should play that, man. You ever see that lady's face, man? That lady's face last night, man. When, like you're saying, 15 years later, somebody said something. Somebody reached out to somebody and said, "Yo, this chick should take a lie detector test. This shit ain't aging well for her."
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you
I asked you the following relevant questions on this test. Did you physically cause Gary's fall? You answered no. I also asked you, did you physically...
And the reason why we're bringing this up, ladies and gentlemen, is because this is something that happened 15 years later. And it never goes away. So I hope you're watching, Higgins, because you know how it goes, right? It's kind of like COVID, right? When COVID hit, they scared everybody, right? If you catch COVID, oh my God, you're going to be scared. And you thought about it because it affected everybody. Oh shit, I don't want to be on a ventilator. I don't want to die. Well, every time you hear a cold case getting some heat to it, Higgins, this is exactly what you need to pay attention to. Big Bad Brian A, Albert family, all you guys, Julie Nagel. This is 15 years later. I don't know why this girl did a lie detector test. I don't know. Is she doing it to show that she didn't do anything? But she showed deceit. The point is, it brought heat back to the case. It opened up dialogue. That opened up a conversation. What happens? You want to do the movies? You want to be Hollywood like Gary Coleman? Okay. People watch it. Now people have questions. Now you're going to open up the conversation. It might not be now, might not be next year, but sooner or later, you're going to have to answer the question. Sooner or later, people are going to want to know. It's never going to go away. So what do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
physically cause Gary to fall that day? And you answered no. And the results are, you failed that exam, with deception indicated to those relevant questions. Let me say that again. You failed the exam regarding Gary's fall.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about?
What are your thoughts?
That's false.
There's two things I know for sure, Shannon. One,
you were not completely honest with me yesterday during this polygraph session. And two, the other...
Does she look like an innocent person?
physically cause Gary's fall. You answered no. I also asked you, did you physically cause Gary to fall that day? And you answered no. And the results are, you failed that exam, with deception indicated to those relevant questions. Let me say that again. You failed the exam regarding Gary's fall.
That's fucked up, dude.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
God. That shit ain't even funny. R.I.P. Gary Coleman.
Goddamn little
But
Gary.
damn, man. Like, damn.
You were a
Does
funny
she look like
motherfucker.
he was a funny dude? And that's the reason why I'm laughing, man, because he was funny. But damn, does she look like an innocent person?
Fuck no, bro. She looks like she pushed his ass down the stairs.
What are your thoughts? That's false. There's two things I know for sure, Shannon. One,
There's two things we know for sure. This is the parallel right here. This is the parallel between the Gary Coleman case and the Karen Reed case.
You were not completely honest with me yesterday during this polygraph session. And two, the other thing I know that's 100% certain
is that there is more to this story that hasn't been told.
Are you...
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156
Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat.
Keeps the brain rocking. Yeah.
This is your chat. This is your chat, people.
Turn them into 49ers. Bye, that I never meant to live. Can't be positive when they get to where you live. That's why bye, that I never meant to be. Living like a thief, running through the streets. Bye, that I got no place to go. Where they find me? 16 on death row.
One more.
Every now and then I look up to the sky, and while the minutes pass I lose track of time, but all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great. Yeah, just one more time. To the sky, and while the minutes pass I lose track of time, but all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great. Yeah, just one more time.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. We had a full flight tonight. We're about to take it down, descend, and calm it down. My man Kebby Kev holding me down. Kebby Kev 781. People were asking me for his Venmo and his Cash App. Kebby Kev 781 on the Cash App. You don't have a Venmo, right?
No, I don't have a Venmo.
It's Kebby Kev 781 on the Cash App. It's Kebby Kev 781 on YouTube. I appreciate everybody's time.
Thank you, people.
And we'll see you next flight. One more time. Let's drop it on them. Peace and love, people. We'll see you next flight.
Let's do it.
One more.
Every now and then I look up to the sky, and while the minutes pass I lose track of time, but all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great. Yeah, just one to the sky. And while the minutes pass, I lose track of time. But all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate, like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate.